Alright guys, I hope we are live because we've had some very interesting stuff going on with setting up our new live stream. And yeah, hello, welcome everyone. This is our first testing developer live stream for the upcoming 0.62 update for the stable branch, which we hope to drop to the stable branch later today. Here with me is our lead producer, Eugene Harton. Eugene, hey.
Hey guys.
And also we have our very recent star from our Q&A video, our senior map designer, Adam Francu. Adam, hi.
Hello.
The goal of this stream is to have a little chat about what's coming up with the 0.62 update. Obviously, we've been live for a little bit on the experimental branch. Eugene, how long has it been since we've launched on experimental?
I think it actually has been launched on 24th.
Yeah, and so far we've been getting pretty amazing response, I would say. Let's pat our backs a little bit.
I would be a bit shy about that, but yeah, I do believe that the visual upgrade, at least the part that got live, has been a huge success for the people and the core players that actually tried out the update, and the visuals, especially for the forest, I think we hit something that's really amazing, and the content creators have actually made some amazing stuff.
Yes.
Just because of that.
Speaking of content creators, actually tied within this live stream, we have a little community event going on our content creators 0.62 server, and actually huge shout outs to our community manager Buddy, who's right now playing with the people with several other devs. Let's have her on the screen. Hopefully she's there. And the most important piece of information in this very special day when we are live streaming for the first time, Buddy actually has her birthday today. So huge shout outs to our community manager Buddy, who's live streaming DayZ first time in her job, and she's actually doing it on her birthday. So huge shout outs to Buddy. I think we have a full server of content creators up, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So hopefully they're having fun, and then the event is about our developers protecting one of the new castles on the western border of the map. Mm-hmm. And our awesome community content creators are supposed to destroy our developers, basically.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
People are dying already.
All right. But let's get back to what the 0.62 update is actually all about. Adam, for how long have you been actually working on the update, CCA?
Well, there were a lot of parts, like the preparation phase was already in progress for let's say 10 months maybe. And now map designer Mark already started preparing placeholders for trees and designed in the layout, how different templates for different tree species and how the new forest will actually look, and what we can actually allow with the current technology we have. So yeah, about 10, 11 months.
And we've actually been in a situation where we're aiming for the 0.63 update, which is what everybody what everybody wants from DayZ, and 0.62 is the kind of update that we want to provide to people in between we tackle all these huge tech changes. So there was actually 2 teams working on 2 updates of the game at the same time. And so how many people were, or who are you, let's have some shouts, let's give some credits to the other guys who also worked on the 0.62 update, basically. How many were there, who they are, and maybe just tell us about the rest of the team.
Oh, okay, I can try. So from map designer team, Mark has been huge part of the 0.62 update because he was planning all the forests and how the new trees should look and how it should all fit together. And it was, of course, also me. We are only two map designers in the team. So next we have two programmers, Miva, who's been working on the wind shader for the trees and for the grass and other visual changes, and also Honza Zeleny, who's been working on the rain changes.
Yep.
So, and then we have couple of guys from the Bratislava team who did awesome work on the new tree modelers. And we also have Senshi, who made the grass modelers and ground textures. And we also have Andre from sound design team and other guys.
That is
from
a very big part of the update, actually. So yeah, that was actually like that was the 0.62, as we call it, strike team, right, Eugene? So Eugene, maybe this is your area. Tell us why did we divide our developers into this like two groups working on 0.63 and 0.62?
So most of the data expectations from what we can achieve on the side of visuals are now not tied to a lot of technology that we aim to create. Most of the technology that now works and basically what will appear in beta in the future is tied to the player and the movement and the gameplay. Everything will be in the new script. But the visuals is something that's easily separable and basically could work alongside the development of the beta itself. And then we felt that it was the best way to show that we are not stopping anything at all, and we want to get the game out as soon as possible with the beta client.
I think this is a very important piece of information. Sometimes people just think we gave up, and we couldn't be further from that. Like what we've been seeing obviously in the offices is like everybody is working so hard. So please guys, trust us. We are really working hard.
We are still hiring. There's a lot of people working here all the time.
Yeah.
There are 2 studios working on DayZ at the moment. So
I think that's actually a great point. I don't think that many people know that we have actually 2 separate offices for DayZ, and they are like pretty far from each other.
We have a couple people in Brno working on some of the engine parts. We have a lot of people in Bratislava and a lot of people in Prague. So the team is quite large. And like I did a small interview like quite 2 weeks ago maybe, and I touched the subject quite briefly there, but really do believe that we're gonna have a good game with the beta. It's a huge change, and hopefully you'll be able to see it soon enough. But in the meantime, we should be able to enjoy the visual update at least. It's not the end of the visual update, of course. We're gonna be patching it in the next few weeks, touching a couple of the issues that are still there. And also it's not the end of the visual upgrade itself, because we still expect the roads, rocks, and a lot of like assets changing in the future.
Alright. I'm just quickly watching the chat, and people obviously like there's a comment that Cybot 123, somebody wants us to sing a birthday song for Buddy. I don't think we're gonna do that.
No, sorry.
Not today, guys.
Yeah, no, sorry. That would actually be very terrible.
We bought donuts. That should be enough.
Yes. All right. So these were so these were the strike teams. 0.62, 0.63. Adam, maybe now, since we are actually, I think I can say that now. Maybe I said it already. We are going to drop 0.62 stable today. So after this live stream ends, you guys will be, everybody will be able to play it. And so Adam, what are the most important changes in 0.62?
Okay. So the goal of 0.62 update was to increase the visual fidelity of Chernarus, and I guess the biggest part in that plays the new tree models. We have now over 120 new models. We have regenerated all the forest parts on Chernarus. That means we have increased the object count to roughly 2.8 million objects.
Wow.
It's mostly trees and bushes, few buildings there and there, but mostly just trees. So the forests are definitely much more dense than they were before. Big focus was on the variety of the new landscape, I guess. That means we have a lot of more ground surfaces that have different variations of clutter, and we are using the new coloring technique for the trees itself, so the same model of tree looks different on different places on the map. So it really creates nice autumn feeling. With that, we have also got quite a lot of map changes.
Oh my God, Adam, sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but obviously somebody killed Batty. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I noticed.
Guys, that was not very nice. It's her birthday. Let's be nice to her. Yeah, please save her. All right.
Okay, so the map changes were also a big part. Most noticeable, I guess, is the change in the western border of Chernaros, which previously been quite boring landscape, but it's been completely redesigned, new terrain, new forest layout. It's still not finished. This is just the first phase that you will see in the update 0.62, but it's a step in the right direction. I hope we've seen quite good feedback on that too, so I hope you will enjoy it on stable. And yeah, another big part of the visual update is of course the sound.
Yeah, it's a visual update with sound update.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our audio master Andre is right now taking care of the stream audio. So unfortunately, we cannot have him featured here. He's right now wearing his headphones, probably being very nervous about what the hell are we doing here. So yeah, but shout outs to Andre, our sound designer.
Yep.
Who's also done some great work and will continue doing a very good job, I believe, during 0.63.
We're expecting a lot of changes to the sound engine itself. There's something that we call sound sets, and we started implementing with weapons first. Now it's basically positional environment audio, and we're going to keep implementing that in different parts of the game in the future. And beta will hopefully benefit from all of that.
All right. So let's take a look at the chat. Maybe there's some interesting questions regarding 0.62. Obviously, everybody's excited about 0.63, but too soon, guys. Too soon. We still have a lot of work to do. Yeah, everybody's asking about 6.63. That's unfortunate. Adam, what is your favorite part of the new map updates? What's your favorite new spot?
I guess it's just the forest itself. It changed a lot, and I just enjoy walking in the forest.
Yeah. So the first thing you recommend everybody doing the first time they launch the
just
0.62,
jump in the forest.
Yeah. Well, that will happen obviously right away most of the time. But yeah, but I think you're very proud of the western border changes. So
yeah.
What's been added on the western border of the map?
So on the stream you can see the new castle, which is the part of the western border changes, but it's not all. We've been doing some great changes in the Zelenogorsk town, added bigger military base, new railroad station. Actually, speaking of the railroad, whole western border actually contains new railway network, which should help you orientate in there a little bit.
Yeah.
It also has quite special forest type that is not present everywhere else. It's dead forests on the big plateaus on the western part, which just creates quite unique look too.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of changes coming on the western part, but I won't be spoiling that just yet.
All right, we finally got some 0.62 questions in the chat. So Adam, are there any more changes? You said that kind of, but are there any more changes coming during 0.63 like either on experimental or on stable branches?
Okay, so we are currently planning for 0.62 update of grass visual, because we are not quite satisfied with the color that it mostly has on the map. So we are still working on the tweaks for that, so definitely expect update on grass.
Can you explain how that works? Because that might be quite interesting, like how the color of the grass actually happens.
So yeah, there are several aspects that actually affect the grass color. Most significantly, of course, how the textures look, how the materials are set, but it also affects the satellite texture. We are basically still using somewhat version from Arma 2 satellite texture. It's quite hard because it's quite big picture, big texture that we need to manage. So there are some experiments we are trying on that super texture basically. It has 15 by 15 pixels, 15,000 by 15,000 pixels. So we are trying some experiments how we can possibly darken it, and so it actually affects the grass less. So it's not, usually we are basically trying to make the grass look less bright on most of the parts of the map.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, the biggest goal, but it's not just that. We are also changing the little colors of clutter in forests too. So yeah, overall tweaks, we are still not satisfied with that, and we will try our best to update it so it actually looks like we want. That's definitely coming for update 0.62. There are a lot of more changes, but we will ultimately need to leave update 0.62 as it is and continue developing on the internal branch 0.63. So quite a lot of additional visual updates, I guess, will be coming later, as Eugene said, basically.
We basically need to refocus all the resources we have within the teams, both in Bratislava and Prague, to focus on data. The strike team hasn't been that large, but it involved artists in Bratislava. So let's imagine 15 people maybe working that overtime, some of them more, some of them less. But I do expect all of those people to actually join the main branch and continue on the beta.
All right. Speaking of which, I think oh, hold on. There's a very interesting question. So in 0.62, are we going to see any of the? I think we've teased some changes to the Northwest Airfield previously. Are we going to see any changes to the Northwest Airfield? Obviously, this is one of the most favorite PvP spots.
It's been teased in status report a few weeks back. That was intentional, but change for Northwest Airfield will definitely be not included in the update 0.62, but will be coming later.
That way. So
it's gonna be a surprise, guys.
Yeah.
Hostage coming through! Make way! Make way!
Right.
Hostage coming!
Interesting
Go
from
right.
the chat.
You know which way to go. Go right.
Let me see. What the hell is happening there? I see very.
Make way! Hostage coming through! Make way!
I'm not sure if the castle
and beta is captured.
Yeah, they captured it.
Up you go!
Alright, I'm coming after you.
Okay,
You understand
lots of
that?
questions about
Funny
if we're
bit.
going to push 0.60 to update.
Alright.
Yes, guys, we are.
Alright.
Literally, when
Push
when
up
we say that, guys, release the update, they will release the update, and
Make it
within
flow, all right,
a
buddy?
couple of minutes, hopefully, it will be live. So when the live stream ends, you will be able to play 0.62 on stable today. So
Come
that's
on
going
down
to
here.
happen.
We got one of
Stay
yours.
close there, Jake. Go and
We'll
get
let
after
you
you.
go.
Use
We're
your
coming.
shield.
No hard feeling.
Somebody's in a hostage situation there.
Get him?
Sorry guys, just to explain, we got the live stream, like we see the live stream obviously with the delay, everybody else, so we have like, we don't have delay.
Come on, just push.
There's still someone trying to defend.
Not be able to kill us
Oh,
all.
and he's dead.
Alright. So guys, anything you still want to say about 0.62 before we invite Peter on the couch?
So what was the hardest part?
Do we
I
have a
gotta say
day?
like from Batty if you need it. I gotta say like.
I guess the biggest and hardest part was the preparation phase. Basically, trying to figure out what trees are we actually need, how the forest will look, how dense can it actually be. So yeah, there was a lot of time spent on that.
We actually spent a lot of time on the technological challenges that Ada mentioned here, and we have a couple tools that we use for even to check the performance of the map itself. And how long does it take to check the performance on the map and create the graph on the performance?
And
so what's the timeline of that?
On our usual setup, it takes like 15 hours to basically
So
get.
just imagine that if we make a change to a map, it takes 15 hours to check all the locations on the whole map to see if the performance is okay. So every night, Adam would come here and actually start the performance check and the benchmark.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting.
Do we still need the sailing or no?
Alright.
No, silence click.
Looking for any further questions?
Oh, his shotgun, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and we know the sound is a bit iffy. Hopefully it will get better over time. So guys.
yep. Andre will be working very hard. Like we've obviously throughout the experimental phase, we've pushed out a couple of updates to the audio levels and this kind of stuff. So I think we will be maybe continuing with that. And obviously, based on your feedback, we'll see how that works.
We want to get better, for sure.
And again, yes, guys, the 0.62 update is going to be live after we end this live stream. All right. Well, Adam, I think you can safely join the rest of the castle fighters right now.
I'm not sure
if
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 there
you're
are
still
any
alive,
left.
yeah, if you're still alive. But yeah, let's invite Peter on the couch. Actually, our lead designer. Peter, come on. Let's change the mic. Okay. All right, Adam. Thank you very
See
much.
you.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
So, are we still playing?
I
Yes,
got
we
him.
are.
Alright.
Did I get him?
People are happy about the
Selfie,
castle.
group selfie, guys.
I actually love the view from that castle.
Hey, Minder.
Buddy, what's the status? Like, is there any winners or losers? We don't know. We have no idea.
You
We
are
don't see that.
Did I get
There
the guy
still
on
might
the
be some
stair?
ninjas alive.
Yeah, you got him, and then I tell you.
Okay, cool. You bet.
Oh, let's. How did you? What? What the?
All right.
Didn't
Oh,
I
the
just
game
kill you?
audio is too loud. I hope we can do something about that.
Wait, what? Wait.
Sorry, guys.
Got cheat.
Sorry to be ruining your ears.
Hey,
come on, let's
I've been
get
trying
here.
to mix the audio real well, but
Let's all
Guys,
throw the
guys,
armbands off the console.
that can happen.
Let's have a photo, guys. Let's have a group photo.
All right, okay. Let's throw the armbands.
Yes,
so,
guys.
guys.
So there's a question about maintenance.
Hey,
Yes,
Daddy,
the maintenance
you
will
jumped
be
me in the
over
arm.
as
That was
soon
so
as we
rude.
push the 0.62 to stable branch. That is the only
Come
reason
here,
why
come here to the
servers
back,
are
guys.
in maintenance right
No,
now.
I don't feel sorry
Kill
for
for a
you.
whole
gonna
team,
crush
to be
him.
honest. I wouldn't be sorry.
Also, one of the
Why
things
do I
that you see
always
on the
clap,
on the
man?
screen, basically the plastic
Can you
heads,
go
as they have
behind
been
where the
referred,
guys are?
is one of the bugs that has
Behind where the
previously
guys are?
manifested itself as black
Yeah,
heads.
just to connect.
And Peter is here.
Yeah, Peter is coming. Hello,
guys.
Peter. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Here we go.
we're doing very good. I hope the people on the other side are doing good as well.
Yeah, it seems like the attackers win. Like, I died like in
Yeah.
very first seconds of the event,
Oh,
so
guys,
it was
well.
kind of disappointing for me.
Yeah. All right. So, Peter. Actually, maybe I'll start with Eugene. So, the reason we had 0.62 is that we basically wanted to provide some meaningful updates as we work on the 0.63 changes.
Basically, we're pushing a huge, not really change to a vision, but actually the fulfillment and the dream come true, coming with beta hopefully, where Peter is the main guy behind it. What the beta will be. Maybe we can talk about that later part of the stream.
Right here. This is Daddy.
But yeah, the
This
main
is
main
Daddy.
reason was that we still have core players who play the game.
It's bad deception.
We want to come back huge,
Hacker.
hopefully really soon
Can I take a
with
picture,
the changes
please?
that we have been working on heavily
Yeah.
in the last 4 years.
In my computer.
However, as I said, the visuals are part of the game that we can update separately because a lot of the data patterns are not going to change in the near future, and it's something that we can do easily enough with not that many people, so that we actually don't starve resources for the beta. And I think it has been a huge success so far.
All right.
UFO 62.
It's looking amazing. I think the art team and map designers make a really good job, and it's looking awesome. I really enjoy it. However, this is like the end of all DayZ, I think. So hopefully with the 63, the beta, we will start the new era. And I'm very happy to see this, like how it becoming true.
Yeah.
Like all of the core features we are working on currently with guys here in design team and with programmers. It's a awesome job.
Peter, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we obviously forgot to moderate our chat for some reason, so we are getting well spent by random people that want free DayZ. Yeah, sorry guys, that's not going to happen, at least not anytime soon. Yeah, all right. It seems like the chat is fixed now. That was definitely fun.
Thank you, mods.
Thank you guys. You would not imagine how we were like working really hard this entire afternoon to actually get this stream working together. This like this is the
and I'm not sure if guys can see where we are sitting right now. Maybe it would be awesome to show them a little bit of the office, because currently we are sitting in the designer's office basically.
Yeah.
So
I think maybe we can do that, but I think it'll be extremely blurry. Evo, can you do something for us? Can you take the camera and just show people around the office, because we're sitting literally in the middle of the office. Yes, on our awesome like.
This
like
might become a
just
problem,
like
guys.
very. Okay. Maybe what about the webcam?
No, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. People want it. People get it.
Okay, so
It's exciting, guys. Things are happening. Please don't look at the whiteboards.
there is a button.
I think it's actually working. From what I'm seeing, it's actually working. So you can like do, if it's possible, you can do a turnaround. I don't know. By the way, we still have like people actually
please don't
working
kill
in here
yourself.
during the live stream.
Just be safe.
So yeah, so are there any questions? Like
That's our designer. All right, I'm trying to figure it out. Everybody is obviously asking 0.62, but we're not ready. 0.63, but we're not ready to talk much about it yet. Yes, again, guys, 0.62 is coming to stable after we end this stream. I think we will be ending the stream in about 30-ish minutes, and so that's hopefully when the update is going to drop to stable branch.
So what do you enjoy most about the 062? Like, I still get lost in the forests again, which is amazing feeling. Like actually the birch forests and the colors playing, and the sounds actually getting into it. And I actually evade cities now, which is interesting because I just like spend all my time in forests. And I know you like to dig up worms for food.
Yeah, that's that's my specialty to keep me alive a bit. Well, actually, as I said, like the wall update, which is mostly visual and audio, is really great. I love it. There is so much stuff being done on with the particles, the falling leaves in the forest, the actual models of the trees and textures. The new wind shader is really amazing. I think the programmers made a really good job.
So do you think it affects PvP at all? Because the whole screen is moving at the same time?
Yeah, of course. Especially that more dense and tall grass, it's much better for the PvP. You can hide on the closer distances, but we definitely need to do something with the mid and longer distances when there is no grass at all. But we have some stuff in the sleeve. Maybe we will see how it will work out. We need to test it first. But currently, as I said, we are focusing on other stuff like really core features of DayZ, and to make it work for beta. And it's really wide spectrum, as DayZ is kinda, I'm not sure if I can say it, but it's a little bit feature creep. but yeah, we are working hard on the new character representation and firearms, melee, new user actions, and crafting will be amazing. All the dynamic target selections in the world will make the game more fluid, more seamless. New character controller. Animators with programmers are doing great stuff, and it will really feel like a different game. I personally like to call it like DayZ 2.0, but of course it wouldn't be that. But yeah, that's what I mean. The experience will be so much different. with beta.
Back to 0.62 for a little bit, Eugene. There was a good question in the chat. How is the performance of the 0.62 update?
So to understand what our goal is, we expect the game. Basically, the system requirements for the game that are currently on Steam Store, they are still basically not decided fully, and the game will fluctuate from mid-range to high-range PCs, of course. But we do expect the game on minimal settings to run on the minimum configuration with at least 30 FPS, and we hope to hit 60 with the medium configurations. So what we aim for basically is, if we gain any performance above that, we want to basically improve the visuals and get something from it, because otherwise it would be wasted, for the most part at least.
All right, but compared to 0.61, I think that was where the question was headed.
Okay, so
because obviously there was a little bit of a visual upgrade.
Yeah. The performance itself, like, I think we stayed within the limits that I just talked about. The forests came down a bit as far as performance goes. The cities stayed mostly the same because we tried during the benchmarks that we talked about with Adam, that basically do the whole map. We're checking for the areas on the map that were actually suffering from the changes of the forests, and the performance currently is somewhere where we find it acceptable, but there are more optimizations coming over the next few months, especially for the beta client. And currently, we're safe to say that we're happy with what we have.
Cool. I honestly, I am very happy with what we have in DayZ. It's very. I'm on my very old potato PC at home. This is literally 5 years old PC. I can still play the game at very nice details.
Yeah, that's actually a thing that I find very interesting. That a lot of people still play it on some of the potato computers,
yes,
as you said.
I am one of those people.
Yeah. Even when you look at the Steam stats, you still see people playing it on even Mac, Linux, and different emulators, or even with old graphics cards as far as GTX 400 or 500, I don't remember correctly. But it's interesting that it still runs and people are enjoying it that way.
Yeah. I can say I'm enjoying my DayZ sessions very much. Just to explain why I say this, before coming to Bohemia, I was actually just a regular DayZ fan, and I got my dream job here. So
I remember your tweets.
Yes. So I am basically I'm with you guys. I'm basically one of you. I just am lucky enough to sit here on this couch. So yeah. All right. Any
it was
more
actually a funny
questions?
thing because it wasn't the first project that Martin got into when he got into Bohemia, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't excited about that at first. DayZ was the dream job, wasn't it?
Publishing games in general. Oh Jesus! I see the human flesh in there. Oh man. I would not expect that from you, buddy. I am disappointed.
Come on, it's her birthday, so he can do
That's
whatever
how you
she
do
wants.
community management, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to eat the people. That's true.
Oh, no.
All right. Any more interesting questions, guys? Are you seeing something, or should we slowly start preparing for the update? Maybe. No, not yet. Eugene.
Not it?
We can talk about anything. I'm not worried yet.
All right. Sorry, guys. 15 more minutes. Oh my. The chat is going very strong. I did not expect that to happen.
Completely blue.
Yeah, I actually see it, but I had to clean my glasses quite
Yeah.
a bit.
I need glasses apparently because
Yeah.
it's like
To provide a little bit of context,
update,
guys,
all caps.
we have the chat screen on a huge 30-something inch screen right in front of us, but it's not even enough. We have to up our game a little bit the next time we stream.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. The central loot economy. We can maybe talk about that.
Hey, actually, like I wrote in the I think it was 2 status reports back. We have completely rewritten and refactored central economy. We have new ways how to define it and how to set all that root spawns. So if you guys didn't see it, just check that status report. In short, there is it will be defined in the XMLs. It will be all basically real time. So you can define it like you wish. You will see the result in the game. Basically, you can define all the spawn points directly from the free cam. Like from the spectator cam in the world, in the buildings, and it's really powerful. And also there will be different how to say it, like management between the areas, categories, and tags. So hopefully, I think, I hope so. The economy will be in really good shape for the beta. So
why do you think the problems that people are complaining about now happen?
Well, actually, there are some I don't want to say issues, but we have some lifetime for items. So the items are set like about 45 minutes, then they will start to be deleted by the central economy, and new items will be spawned. So that circulation of loot is quite slow. I'm afraid we can't make it faster, because then the queue of the items which needs to be respawned is quite large, and it will clog the server performance. So with that new central economy system, we will have much more resources to do that. So hopefully we'll see much faster loot circulation. So if there is some gun spawned somewhere in some house that nobody goes in, it will be despawned quite early and will be spawned somewhere else, basically. So that's it.
So when the item spawns, what happens exactly? What does it actually check? Can you walk us through it, maybe? Like,
I'll have.
So let's say there are not enough guns in game. What happens?
We have basically two ways how to tackle this. We can either spawn the item like per one piece. So for the rare items like, I don't know, M4 or SVD, we are spawning them by piece. So when the lifetimes end, it's deleted. Then there is some kind of counter, and when it hits 0, the new SVD will spawn. On the other side, we can spawn also in books. So when the items hit the minimum value, which can be set in the central economy, then it gets spawned to that nominal value, like in bulk. So let's say there is 30 cans of food missing, so it will be spawned at one time and with one tick. All 30 cans will be spawned in the world. And basically the central economy works like we have set nominals, like 60 cans of some kind of food. We have minimum. When that minimum is hit by like players take those cans or it's despawned over time, we start respawning it, and that's the respawning mechanism I just told about. Like we can spawn in bulks or by one piece over time.
And there are some interesting interactions with the tiers and the areas, basically, that put basically the items in the right place. And we'll still be battling how the items will be placed in the world. So hopefully,
yeah, of course, but that should solve the new system of spawn points.
Exactly.
Like I write in the like status report, like to status report back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting because we have a little bit problem with the bounding boxes and in P3Ds. So we are experimenting to do some new ones. So that new system will be placing those items like they are not overlapping at all. We are fighting the issue like for a couple of months, years.
And we're basically doing that just to focus on immersion, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like when you enter the building, you need to feel like somebody actually was there, lived there. Maybe it was in the right place at the right time.
Personally, to me, it doesn't matter much if I found shoes on the floor, on the table. I would like to see more like to find clothing in the living room or in the bedroom, and food in the kitchen, but it doesn't need to be right on the table. What we're trying to achieve is when you come in the house, you shouldn't know basically if it was left by the player or if it was spawned here. So yeah,
like the tension of it.
Yeah, like when you spawn the rice on the shelf, you exactly know it was spawned by the central economy, because players doesn't have that mechanism.
But maybe with the placing system.
Yeah, the advanced placing it's being worked on, but currently it's connected only to things such stands, barrels, or plant mines and stuff like that.
I think we're turning this live stream into a live brainstorming session about the central economy right now.
It was a very interesting question because the system is quite complex. I'm not sure we talked about it that much, and the live stream is actually a good place to do it. Anyways, are there any other questions that we want to hit and cover?
There is one more question, but before we do that, I just want to say to everyone, the changes to central economy and stuff, we always talk about these in quite detail in our bi-weekly status reports. So I encourage everybody, every other Tuesday, they are usually coming up later in the evenings, the European time. I really encourage everybody to go to our website dayz.com/devhub or just dayz.com and check out the status reports, because this is, guys, where we supply you with all the latest updates, what we're working on, what's new and what are the new systems, and especially Peter is often explaining like the new designs and new functionality for the 0.63 updates. Sometimes it is a lot of reading. Yes, but unfortunately, with so much work to do, this is the only form that we can right now like provide you guys with. But if you want to follow DayZ development information really closely, please go to dayz.com and read the bi-weekly status reports. It's really the ultimate source of your latest development information.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's get back to the question I was mentioning. This is something related to 0.63 and the beta update. But I think we can already talk about that because it's going to play a huge role in DayZ. So when are we going to see modding implemented in DayZ?
Okay, so to explain that, how we are approaching that. So we didn't want to release modding, or our thought process was we didn't want to release modding, server files, and everything that's tied into it before the beta, because a lot of the technology is going to change, and a lot of the mods, if not all, would be made obsolete with just that one update, and we couldn't keep everything in check for every modder out there. So with beta, or shortly thereafter, we want to release modding, including the toolset and the server files, and we're hoping do some improvements to every part of that, even from where we are now. And some of the stuff is really exciting, and I think modding will be a large part of DayZ going forward. It basically came from there. It's where the mindset is. Bohemia has always been about community and creativity. You can see that in Arma, like the amount of stuff that people create and how the game changes, how the platform changes. I think DayZ is gonna be the good place to start for those people, for sure.
Alright, so basically the important message to take away from this is we do not want to implement modding before all the necessary tech changes are in, because basically if we even allowed mod at this point, they would all become obsolete over time.
Yeah.
So that's the most important message. Even if we allowed modding, which at this point doesn't really make sense, all the mods, all the creations you guys would do go to complete waste with the beta update. So
We
that's
really
the most
wanted to
important
avoid
part.
that, and I know it might be hard for a lot of people, but I think it's still the best way going forward. Like, we decided to go technology first because we want to build DayZ as a platform going forward, both for PC and the consoles down the road. Going with PC first, but yeah, I really do believe that what we want to offer is going to be exciting for all of you.
All right, we are getting nice spammings in the chat again. Thank you guys very much for that.
And that's for free.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think actually since we're live right now, yeah, maybe Eugene, you're looking for some questions. I don't think you will find any in there. We're just getting wall spammed like completely crazy. But
It's still interesting to see that. Like, I never been like it's a funny thing because when I watch streams I actually turn off the chat because I focus on the content creator. So it's a different dynamic here, and
Yeah.
it's really interesting.
all right. Oh, actually, I'm getting the news that we are getting close to having all the stable servers up. But before we do that, Eugene, actually, I think since we're live, let's talk about what's like the day-to-day activity in the office. Like, what's taking up most of your development time, guys?
Actually, my day-to-day might not be that interesting, but Peter was actually dealing with some of the gameplay stuff. So maybe he can talk about that. What designs were you working on today?
What does a game designer do, Peter?
Today it was completely in the name of the new weapon system. So we were working closely with animators and programmers. Actually, we are working on DayZ 18 and FNX 45. To make it really work with all the bells and whistles, and it's quietly being done together now, so it's really promising. All that advanced mechanics of guns like reloading, gun jamming, and chambering.
And I know you actually created a testing mission today just for the weapons.
Yes, because like everybody is using another mission and like it's not working and you can't attach the magazine and stuff.
So you
like
still
that. So
do actually get hands-on, yeah?
To prevent that, I just created a mission, so you spawn with all necessary stuff in your backpack and just try it.
So basically, you manage the discussions that are happening around the subject. People are coming to you asking for questions if they do not understand, but you still do get actually hands-on on some of the parts of the game and make something here and there.
I have to, basically. So because like even when there is some kind of written design, somebody understands a little bit different. So you really need to manage people to focus on the actual feature and really how would say in English
Really understand the subject, I
to really
guess.
get to the core of the problem,
Yeah.
to understand it exactly. So yeah, basically that's it. So
All right. Maybe one follow-up question. So, how many designers actually work on DayZ right now?
Well,
I know that obviously, but
yeah, there is 7 guys in Prague, and if I'm not mistaken, 5 guys in Bratislava. So it's like 12 designers working full time on DayZ.
But designer in this company is a bit different.
yeah.
Because you still do a lot of scripting work.
Yes.
So we call it technical design,
Yes,
just so
exactly.
people understand
Exactly.
what that means. So the designers here, the 12 guys that are working on the game, actually create a lot of the code that's behind some of the gameplay features you'll see in beta, or if not all of the gameplay features you'll see in beta. And yeah, that's basically it.
So if you would like to be a designer on DayZ, it's not enough just talk about how stuff should be, but you should be able to implement it. So
yeah, basically that's what's happening there, and that's one of the things that you guys see with the modding, because all of the work that guys are doing is going to be expandable by you in the future, and it's all based on the new script and all the challenges within, and hopefully connected with the new toolset like script editor, things like that, that are already available to the guys here, but hopefully with the beta release and the modding coming down the road.
New scripting language is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It have a environment with all the stuff like debugging breaking points and stepping in out. It's a whole new level from the the SQF.
That is going to help you a lot with the future of DayZ as a platform, as a game.
Basically, the features wouldn't be a reality without that. Like, you couldn't do the stuff we want to make in the game with SQF, and we wanted to move past that. And this is what we came up with, and I think it's working for us quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
It's
guys,
awesome.
that's something for the future. But I am just receiving message that we are actually ready to drop the beast, to drop 0.62.
What happened to chat?
I like
to 0.62.
that's how
stable.
unmoderated chat
Yeah,
looks like.
that is a terrible disaster. Let's just be very honest about that. That's a very terrible disaster. But yes, I'm just getting the message that we are ready to drop the 0.62 update on stable. So I encourage everyone to just stop watching the horrible the horrible wall of spam we are getting in our chat. Get your Steam downloads ready, and I guess let's meet you all in Channers.
Exactly.
Peter, will you still be playing after the stream, or are you going home? Are you too tired to do anything right now?
I will play for a while and then I will head home.
All right, then let's see everybody on Channers. Thank you for tuning in to our very improvised live stream. I hope it was useful for some of you. I think we definitely had fun doing it.
It was amazingly fun.
And yeah, we'll see what.
Hope more will come.
Yeah, we'll see what we do in the future. Definitely, one thing that we will do is we're going to moderate our chat a little bit better.
More moderators.
Because what I'm seeing now is just. Yeah, that's beyond fun. All right, thank you guys for coming to the live stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and see you in Channers.
See you in Channers. Ciao.
See ya.